Today I'm reviewing the Sony 11mm F1.8. Let's get right into it. Alright, here are some basic specs. The Sony 11mm F1.8 has an incredibly fast aperture of f1.8 to f16. It is packed with the newest linear focusing motor, which means it's going to focus really fast. And it has a small front filter thread of 55mm. It has an autofocus to manual focus switch and a custom button as well. This makes it incredibly simple to switch from autofocus to manual focus or vice versa with the flip of a switch versus having to go in camera. It has a focus ring that is very smooth and it doesn't feel sticky to the point where you end up having to grip your camera and move it around to manually focus. It's smooth enough to focus without having to mess with it too much. The lens is incredibly small and takes up absolutely no room in your camera bag. Now, I will say the build quality is very plasticky, but before you get too anxious about it, it still feels like it's very good material, it is very durable, and it's actually very good build quality and super lightweight, which makes it great for any travel photographers or any photographers or videographers that are on the go. And if you're worried about dropping it and breaking it, well, you shouldn't really be dropping your lens in the first place. Take care of your lenses, get them insured, make sure to take care of them. They are very expensive. I think this comes out to around almost $500. So hey, take care of your lenses because they do get pricey, and I mean, it's your equipment, it's your livelihood. Take care of them. So what is this lens good for? Well, the first reason for me is real estate photography and videography. This lens has a wide enough angle for me to capture everything I need when I'm filming a real estate video or I'm taking listing photos in a house. I think it's great for capturing everything you need, like I said, and I definitely believe that it's a very stable lens. Even if you're not using a gimbal and you're just using handheld, it has great capabilities to capture and stabilize just from the lens. Now, the one downside I will say is that it has an incredible amount of distortion in the corners and the sides, meaning that you will have to go into post and fix that for sure. Every single time I take a real estate photo with this lens, I definitely have to fix the distortion. So make sure you're going in with realistic expectations if you're buying this lens for real estate photography or real estate videography. Now, the second reason I use this lens is for travel and landscape photography and videography. Meaning, when you're traveling, you have a beautiful landscape or beautiful, environment that you want to capture, and you don't want to have to take multiple pictures just to capture the essence of the landscape. This lens definitely has the wide angle capacity to capture everything you need. Meaning, you only need one lens to capture a great landscape photo or video, really. And kind of piggybacking off of the first reason, the third reason for this lens, in my opinion, would be architecture photography or architecture videography. Again, with the inherent sharpness and the inherent wide angle at 11mm, it's a no question when it comes to architecture photography and videography. You're able to capture incredible angles, incredible pictures with this lens. And I'm always gonna save the best for last. The last reason for using this lens, in my opinion, one of the most useful purposes for this lens is gonna be vlogging. Now, I'm not a vlogger myself. I don't vlog too much. The lens I usually film with is a Sigma 16mm or a Tamron 28-200. I don't vlog, so I wouldn't really need this lens for vlogging purposes. But if you are a vlogger, this lens has a wide enough angle not to only capture yourself, your background, and everything you need around you. So especially in tight spots like a car, a plane, or really if you're just in a spot where you need to be able to just capture yourself in the minimal, this lens is definitely going to be a must-have for you if you're a vlogger. Now, if you're a travel photographer, travel videographer, or a travel blogger, again, remember, not only can you capture those great landscape photos, But if you're vlogging along the way, this is going to be a great lens because not only are you able to capture yourself, but it's wide enough to be able to capture the beautiful background behind you if you're just trying to see, the landscape while you're vlogging. Now, let's get into some examples of what you can capture with this lens. I'm going to show you a few different things that you can do and what the capabilities are. The first example I'll show you is real estate. Here is a simple video of my home, and you can quite clearly see how wide this lens really is. The autofocus is pretty fast, and it is an absolute beast for real estate shooters due to the aperture range and sharpness. All right guys, the second example I have for you is a vlog style example. So I wanted to show you exactly what this is capable of. Right now I'm shooting this handheld. It is not on a gimbal, it's not on a stick or anything. This is simply handheld, so you might be able to get a wider angle and wider shot if you do use a monopod or if you do use a gimbal. Now, this is just a simple example, but again, you can probably get better shots, you can probably get better angles than this, definitely in a car as well, or in a plane, or if you're traveling and are in a tight spot, you can probably get better angles than this. But this is I just want to give you a simple understanding and a simple example of what a vlog could look like with the Sony 11mm f1.8. The final examples are some pictures of my dog Luna and how sharp and clean the pictures are. I just wanted to show you exactly what you can capture with these, whether you're up close to your subject or far away. Well guys, that's the review, that's the video. If you would like to see more content like this, or if you have any recommendations of any lenses that you would like me to review, or any lenses that I own that you would like me to review, I'd happily do so. If you're looking for any other photography advice, if you're looking for any kind of content dealing with photography or videography, I'm happy to create that content for you. So please put your recommendations in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe, it's free, and it really helps out the channel. It really helps me grow as well. I am moving from the fitness space to photography and videography, which is where my passion lies. So again, it definitely helps. Yeah, and make sure to subscribe like I said, and I hope to see you next time.